Welcome back to Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium on the campus of Francis Marion University in Florence, South Carolina for Game 3 of our weekend series between Francis Marion and the Coker University Cobras. Patriots will be looking for the sweep, having taken the game yesterday 10-4 and having won Game 1 today 8-3. On the mound for Francis Marion here in game number 3, and this is a 7-inning contest, will be freshman right-hander Robbie Jordan. Jordan, a 2-1 record, 7.23 ERA. This will be his 7th appearance, his 7th start of the season. He's thrown 23 2/3 innings, allowed 32 hits, 23 runs, 19 of those earned, 7 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .314 against him. The Coker lineup that he'll face here in game number 2 of our doubleheader: Riley Hall leading off and playing left field, followed by shortstop Phil Griffer, first baseman Cody Hanna, third baseman Brady Jeffcoat, the catcher Brian Castillo, the DH Ashby Vining, center fielder Corey Listing, right fielder Trip Kimmel, and second baseman Andrew Scudder. On the mound for Coker here in the second game of the doubleheader will be junior left-hander Chris Watkins. Umpires Perry Ramacone behind home plate, Jay Fitzpatrick handling the duties on the base paths. Our first pitch will come in at 4:52 p.m. And it will be a ball to leadoff man Riley Hall. Hall grounds that to Llanos at second base. And there's one down here in the top of the first, setting the Patriot defense. Tanner Wakefield's playing left field here in this game, with Bill Hanna in center, Will Hardy in right, Todd Maddox at third, Tyler Reynolds playing shortstop with Nafis Llanos moving to second base, Elenio Gonzalez playing first, Lex Tootin catching, and Robbie Jordan on the mound. Shortstop Phil Griffer stands in for the Cobras. And he grounds that deep to third. Maddox with the long throw across. And Griffer is retired. A nice thing for the Patriots, as Griffer has been a pain to Francis Marion in this series. Coming into game number 2 of the doubleheader, he is 7 for 10 in the series with a couple of runs scored and 1 driven in. Next up will be the first baseman, Cody Hanna. Hanna batting .231 on the season, 6 doubles, no homers, 10 RBIs. He is 2 for 9 in the series, and he's now 3 for 10. As he loops that into shallow left for a 2-out single. That'll bring up the third baseman, Brady Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat batting .302 on the season, 5 doubles, a triple, a homer, 11 RBIs, and a .344 on-base percentage. In the series, 4 for 10 with an RBI. .52 degrees under clear skies. The sun is still out here at first pitch for game number 2. Wind's currently not even moving the flag out there in right center field here at Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium. Dimensions for the park here: 330 down the lines, 375 to the power alleys, and 400 to straightaway center field. Count to the Cobra third baseman, now 1 ball and 2 strikes. I want to thank our Media Center crew handling the doubleheader day. Caleb Reeves in the director's chair, Naquan Jordan, Malaysia Bulwer, and Princess Bigelow. I want to thank them for their work today on this Sunday, especially the student workers, as this coming week is spring break. Many of the Francis Marion students have vacated the campus and left for home. The runner goes, pitches a ball, throw down is late from Tootin to Janos. So Hannah picks up the stolen base. That's his 6th stolen base of the season without being caught. Count to Jeffcoat is now full, but the Cobras have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the first. Ground ball off the pitcher's glove. Janos handles it at second. And Jeffcoat is retired 1-4-3 to end the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first, no score between the Cobras and Francis Marion. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, The Waffle House, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, McCall Supply Inc., Western Sizzle and Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Coker enters Game 2 of our doubleheader with a 7-16 record, while your Patriots are now 12-8. Coker in the midst of a 9-game road trip. They will play at USC Aiken on Tuesday, at Limestone on Wednesday, before traveling for a South Atlantic Conference Series next weekend at Carson Newman University. Patriots will play a midweek game at Lander, 5 o'clock. Check the website for links to live stats and live video of that contest before returning home to host Erskine for a Conference Carolina Series next weekend. Single game on Friday at 6, doubleheader on Saturday at 1. On the mound for Coker here in the second game is junior left-hander Chris Watkins, 6'2", 205 pounds, out of Ladson, South Carolina, product of Ashley Ridge High School. Watkins a 2-2 record, a 5.32 ERA. This is his sixth appearance, his sixth start. 22 innings thrown. Only 15 hits allowed, 17 runs, 13 of those earned, 13 strikeouts, 13 walks, 27 strikeouts in those 22 innings pitched. And opponents are only batting 183 against him. Will Hardy will lead off for the Patriots, batting from the left side. He's the lone left-handed batter in the lineup today, as the other 3 Patriots that are switch hitters will bat from the right side against the southpaw Watkins. Hardy batting .363 on the season, 9 doubles, a homer, 13 RBIs, and a .458 on-base percentage. Hardy owns a 9-game hitting streak, and he has reached base in all 20 games here in the 2022 season. Three for 8 in the series here with the Cobras. with 4 runs scored and 1 driven in. Got the Patriots started in inning number 1 of game number 1 of our doubleheader with a ringing double, and eventually came around to score Patriots' first run. Count has now run full to the native of Evergreen, South Carolina, and graduate of South Florence High School. Fly ball left field. Hall nearly in his tracks, makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up Nafis Llanos, junior, playing second base today in game number 2. Batting .365 on the season, 3 doubles, no homers, 9 RBIs, and a .487 on base percentage. Llanos, a product of Sanford, Florida. Came to Francis Marion from Lake Sumter State College. Lines that into right field, and the Patriots have a base runner. So a 1-out single for Llanos. We'll bring up Todd Maddox, the third baseman. Maddox batting .375 on the season. 6 doubles, 4 triples, no homers, 15 RBIs, a .446 on base percentage. And as you probably heard ad nauseum, has reached base safely in his past 63 consecutive games dating back to the 2020 season. Llanos, the runner at first, 4 out of 5 in the stolen base category here this season. So he is somewhat of a threat to run. But that time the left-hander Watkins had him leaning back toward first base as he made his move to the plate. O2 pitch to Maddox is in the dirt. Lenio Gonzalez in the on-deck circle will be next for Francis Marion. One-two pitch is hit back to the mound. Watkins goes to second, and the second baseman drops it, and that'll be an error on the second baseman, allowing Llanos to reach and Maddox to reach first. So Lenio Gonzalez will stand in with runners at first and second, now 1 out. That error was charged to Scudder, who dropped the throw from Watkins at second base. Gonzalez swings at the first pitch and lifts it in the air. That'll be an infield fly. The first baseman catches. So Darius Nobles will bat now with 2 outs and runners still at first and second. Nobles just 2 for 8 in the series. His season average now at .319. Team leading 8 homers. Team leading 22 RBIs. .455 on base percentage. Cobra defense behind Watkins. It's Hall in left, Listing in center, Kimmel in right, Jeffcoat at third, Griffer at short, Scudder at second, Hanna at first, Castillo behind the plate. Nobles, graduate student, takes inside for ball 3. I want to thank so many of the Pepsi employees who were out to today's doubleheader. Special promotion with Pepsi of Florence. So they had their employees out to the ball game today. Ground ball through the left side. That'll be a base hit. They are waving Llanos. The throw from Hall is in time, and Llanos is out at home plate. So a 2-out hit by Nobles leads to nothing as a good throw from Hall catches Llanos out at home plate. We played 1 full inning. No score between Francis Marion and Coker. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swamp Fox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Top of the second for the Cobras. As Brian Castillo swings at the first pitch. Lifts it down the right field line for a leadoff single. Castillo did not play in the first game of the doubleheader, but he was 1 for 4 with an RBI in yesterday's contest. That'll bring up the DH, Ashby Vining. Vining batting .333, second best on the team, 6 doubles, no homers, 5 RBIs, .400 on base percentage. In the series, 2 for 9 with a run scored and 2 RBIs. He squares around to bunt and fouls it off. Again, squares to bunt, and again fouls it off. So Coker head coach Bob McLaughlin looking to push the leadoff batter into scoring position with the bunt. Now Vining will be forced to swing away with 2 strikes. McLaughlin assisted by Mitchell Griffiths, Chasen Klaus, and Jacob Dennis on the Cobras bench. Outside corner called strike 3. Big pitch for Robbie Jordan as he's got now 1 out, and Castillo remaining at first base. Francis Marion coaching staff, headed by longtime head coach Art Nabinet. His assistants, all in their first year at FMU, are Billy Henley, Connor Kelly, and Justin Hinnell. Henley handles the coaching duties in the third base coaching box, and Hinnell at first base when the Patriots are at the plate. Corey Listing, the center fielder, stands in next. Listing batting .226 on the season, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and a .344 on base percentage. 2 for 7 in the series. 1 for 3 yesterday and 1 for 4. Correct that, 1 for 4 yesterday and 1 for 3 in game number 1 here today. Jordan pops the mitt of Lex Tootin for strike 1 on the outside corner. Ground ball back up the middle, fielded by Reynolds at second. Steps on the bag, throws to first. Not the prettiest double play you've ever seen, but it works. Base run erased. Inning over for the Cobras. We head to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Francis Marion and Coker. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Francis Marion University has always put its students first because the very best college education must be both meaningful and affordable. We've frozen tuition for 3 straight years. We've expanded our programs, opening the door to a variety of rewarding careers. Our campus has been recognized as the safest in the state. And now we're providing students with an on-campus healthcare plan that's covered by their existing tuition. This is what every college should be doing. We know one that actually is.
Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily. Our 13 current members institutions work hard daily to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. And support Francis Marion Athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. You can find more information about the Swamp Fox Club on the athletic website. That's www.fmupatriots.com. Click on the Donate tab in the top menu to learn more about Swamp Fox Club and how you can assist Patriot Athletics. We've got plenty of action for you this week on the Patriot Sports Network. Softball doubleheader on Tuesday afternoon beginning at 4 o'clock as FMU hosts Georgia College. And then next weekend, we will have baseball and softball action for you on Friday and baseball and softball action for you on Saturday. And if you're here in the Florence area, let's hope for nice weather, maybe a little warmer next weekend. Come out and you can see both the softball and baseball teams play. Go back and forth between the two games as the fields are located adjacent to each other here in the Griffin Athletic Complex. Tyler Reynolds, freshman shortstop, will lead off for the Patriots. Reynolds batting .381 on the season, 3 doubles, a homer, 4 RBIs, and a .409 on base percentage. Pops that one in the air to shallow center field. Listing coming in. Make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Tanner Wakefield. Wakefield played second base in today's opener. Went 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Playing left field here in game number 2. His season average at .265. 5 doubles, a triple, no homers, 6 RBIs, and a .363 on base percentage. Wakefield is a graduate student here at Francis Marion. Hails from Gainesville, Georgia, and Kings Ridge Christian School. This is Wakefield's 4th year with the Patriots. He graduated early. Francis Marion leads the all-time series with the Cobras, 16-6. As we mentioned yesterday, however, this is the first meeting between the two since the 2011 season. Despite we're located in neighboring counties, Francis Marion in Florence County and Coker in D.C. Darlington County, Hartsville, South Carolina. That's where the Coker University campus is located. Line drive left field. That's a base hit. Patriots have a one-out base runner. That'll bring up Lex Tootin. Tootin played left field in the opener today. Went 3 for 4, scored 4 times in the series. 4 for 8. And on the season, Tootin batting .288, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, and a .351 on base percentage. Tootin out of Johnsonville, South Carolina, in Johnsonville High School. Transferred to Francis Marion this past year from North Greenville University. Tootin, one of 3 switch hitting position players in the lineup for FMU today. Line drive to left field. Hall came in a step. It's over his head. It's going to one-hop the wall. Wakefield being waved around third. He will score ahead of the throw. Throw is wild from the shortstop, and Tootin moves all the way around to third. So an RBI double for Tootin, takes third on the throwing error by the shortstop, and the Patriots lead 1-0. RBI number 13 of the season for Tootin. And that brings up Bill Hanna, the center fielder. Hanna batting .284. 3 doubles, a triple, no homers, 9 RBIs. Hits that one high in the air to center field. Listing makes the catch. Tootin is testing the arm, and he will beat the throw home. So the Patriots now lead 2-0. Sacrifice fly by Hanna. His 3rd sacrifice fly of the series. Flips the lineup back to the top, and Will Hardy will bat with the bases empty. 2 outs now, and Francis Marion holding a 2-0 advantage. RBI number 10 of the season for Bill Hanna, and as we mentioned, his 3rd sacrifice fly of the series. That pitch hits Hanna, and he will take his base with 2 outs. That will extend his streak of safely reaching base in all 21 contests this season. Painful way to extend the streak. Patriots took advantage of sacrificial plays in game number 1 today as they had a pair of sacrifice flies and also snuffed out an attempted squeeze bunt play by the Cobras, nabbing the runner from third at home plate on a nice play by Reese Kleinhelter. Llanos 1 for 1. Here in the second contest, he singled back in the first inning. Eventually was thrown out trying to score on a base hit by Darius Nobles. Nice throw from Riley Hall on left field. Hardy's running, ball's hit into right field, but Kimmel makes a nice running catch for out number 3. But the Patriots pick up a couple runs on an RBI double by Lex Tootin and a sac fly by Bill Hanna. Your Patriots lead 2-0. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
Compassion and commitment have made you a great nurse. Now it's time to take the next step in your career and earn an advanced practice degree. Francis Marion University Nursing is led by great nurses who take teaching seriously. We're recognized as a National Center of Excellence for Teaching Nurses. Francis Marion University. Teaching matters here.
Welcome back to Francis Marion University. I'm Michael Hawkins, the Associate AD for Communication Services here with the Patriots. Bring you game number 2. Alex Wolber, Assistant SID, brought you game number 1. Due up for the Cobras here in the top of the 3rd. Kimmel, Scudder, and Hall, spots 8, 9, and 1 in the Cobra order. Trip Kimmel batting .214 on the season. No homers, 1 RBI, and a .250 on base percentage. Kimmel did not play in yesterday's game, but was 1 for 3 in the opener today. Jordan quickly ahead of Kimmel, no balls and 2 strikes. Fouled at the plate, but Perry Ramacone said that it hit the dirt as Lex Tootin tried to steal a strikeout. Ramacone will now confer with the base umpire, Jay Fitzpatrick, to see if it in fact was caught or if it hit the dirt. And they're going to rule it a foul ball. So Tootin gets the Academy Award for trying to steal that strikeout and say he caught the ball. Hard to tell from where we're seated. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by Reynolds. In time to get the runner at first. So the second 1-6-3 or second ball where Jordan has touched it. Now Jordan is signaling to the athletic trainer to come out as he's pointing to his glove arm. So hopefully he didn't pull anything, but he actually got a glove on that ball, which was then picked up by Reynolds, and Kimmel was out at first 1-6-3 for out number one. That'll bring up Andrew Scudder, the second baseman. Scudder batting 125 on the season. Jordan apparently is no worse for wear, and he will continue here in the game. Scudder, 125 on the season. No homers, no RBIs, and a .300 on-base percentage. And there's a discussion going on the field as Coker coaching staff did not like the play or the call at first, and some of this carries over from the game one of today's doubleheader, as there were a couple of close calls that did not go the Cobras' way. Home plate umpire Perry Ramacone showing some restraint there and allowing the coach to have his say. And we will continue with Andrew Scudder standing in with one out and the bases empty here in the top of the third inning. Fly ball, center field. Hannah, a couple steps in, makes the catch for out number two. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Riley Hall. Hall 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base. Again, a reminder that this is a 7-inning contest, so it's going to get late early. One pitch from Jordan. Patriot offense has produced 30 hits and 18 runs in the first two games of the series. So they lead 2-0 here in the top of the third in the final game. The 3-1 pitch is lined through the right side for a base hit. Gonzalez with a nice diving effort, but unable to come up with it. Hall with his third hit of the series. He's had one in each of the three games. That'll bring up Phil Griffer, the shortstop. Griffer 0 for 1. Ground out to third, but as we mentioned, 7 for 11 now in the series. Coming in, he led the Cobras with a .391 average, 7 doubles, team high 21 RBIs. and a .430 on-base percentage. That also led the squad among other regulars. Jordan quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Hall, the runner at first, 3 for 6 in stolen bases this year. Griffer did not chase. Count goes to 1-2. Cobras in their gold and navy with the gray trousers. Patriots in their Sunday red with the gray trousers. Lined. Nice play by Reynolds. He'll have no play. And Griffer has his 8th hit of the series. Right through the 5.5 hole, Reynolds made a diving stop to keep it on the infield dirt, but he had no play. And the Cobras have runners at first and second now with 2 outs for first baseman Cody Hanna. Hanna 1 for 1 with a stolen base here in game number 2. Came into the game batting .231. He's now got 3 hits in the series, 1 in each contest. One foul back off the screen, and Jordan again ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Francis Marion is in its first year as a member of Conference Carolinas. Coker is a former member of Conference Carolinas, but currently resides in the South Atlantic Conference. Rivalry between the 2 neighboring schools goes all the way back to the NAI District 6 days of the 1970s. Not necessarily the baseball rivalry, as for a while Coker did not sponsor the sport of baseball. But certainly in basketball and volleyball and a few other sports. Hanna requests time at the plate as Jordan took a little too long to deliver the 1-2 pitch. dribbled up the first base line. It will roll foul just outside the bag. Gonzalez was playing deep with 2 outs. Didn't have a chance to get to that one when it was still in fair territory, which was basically almost all the way up to the first base bag. Saw a good shot of Cody Hanna, 6'4", 210-pound sophomore from Hemingway, South Carolina, Johnsonville High School. He probably knows Lex Tootin. Fly ball right field. Nafis going out, can't make the catch. That'll be a base hit, and a run will score, and the Cobras are now within 2-1. So a flare out into shallow right field becomes an RBI single for Cody Hanna. Griffer goes all the way around to third. Riley Hall scores from second base, and all this with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Brady Jeffcoat, third baseman, will stand in with runners on the corners now and 2 outs. Patriot advantage now down to 1 run. Hanna, the runner at first, already has 1 stolen base today. For Hanna, that was RBI number 11 on the season. Jeffcoat grounded out his first at-bat today, so he's 0 for 1 in game number 2. Hit in the air to right center field. Hanna tracking. Will get there and make the catch for out number 3. But the Cobras present a 2-out rally. 3 hits, results in a run. We head to the bottom of the third. Francis Marion leads Coker 2-1. This is the Patriot Sports Network. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network, powered by Blue Frame, is the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. I've got it on my TV at home. It will encompass all original programming from Conference Carolinas. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network is available online at conferencecarolinas.dn.com, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Mobile devices include iPhone, iPad, and Android will also work with the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinas.dm.com. Due up for the Patriots here in the bottom of the third. Maddox, Gonzalez, and Nobles, the heart of the Patriot lineup, spots 3, 4, and 5. Maddox reached base on a fielder's choice back in the first, but that does not qualify as an at-bat that extends his streak, as there should have been an out recorded on the play. So he's still looking to extend his streak to 64 consecutive games with some type of way of getting on base via hit by pitch, a walk, or a base hit. His season average now at .370. Chris Watkins remains on the mound for the Cobras. This is his third inning of work. He's now up to 35 pitches, 20 of which have found the strike zone or been put into play. Two-one pitch from Watkins to Maddox. Swing and a miss, count even at 2-2. In the dirt, count now full at 3-2. Down low, ball four. The streak reaches 64 consecutive games. That'll bring up Lenio Gonzalez, first baseman, 0 for 1. As he popped out in the first inning. His season average now at 364. Does have 4 homers, 14 RBIs. One of those came in game number 1 of the doubleheader today. He is 4 for 11 now in the series. Most of those at-bats have been from the left side, however, against right-handed pitchers. Here against the southpaw, he bats from the right side. And the catcher Castillo and a member of the Coker coaching staff will now converge on the mound for a meeting. Again, the Patriots baseball team back in action on Wednesday. A 5 o'clock non-conference game at Lander University in Greenwood, South Carolina. Check the website, FMUPatriots.com, for links to live stats and live video. And then we're hosting Erskine next weekend for a 3-game conference series. Single game Friday at 6, doubleheader Saturday at 1. All that action here on the Patriots Sports Network. If you were with us yesterday, the FMU men's and women's track and field team did compete yesterday at the Seahawk Intercollegiate meet at UNC Wilmington. Results are posted on the website. Tennis, as we mentioned, was rained out yesterday with Erskine. The 2 tennis teams will open Conference Carolinas play Saturday at Chowan University in Murfreesboro, North Carolina, up by the Virginia border. First serve for those matches, 2 o'clock next Saturday. Patriot men's tennis team ranked number 34 in the country this week with a 6-2 record. Count now 2-2 to Lenio Gonzalez, the Patriot first baseman. There is action down in the Cobra bullpen. Count is run full to Gonzalez. Maddox, the runner at first, with no outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gonzalez reached out and spoiled that pitch to stay alive. Right-hander Cooper Thomas, the pitcher warming in the Coker bullpen. Maddox bluffs from first, forces Watkins to step off. Inside, ball 4, and the Patriots have 2 on with no outs here in the third. Second walk of the inning issued by Watkins, and that brings up Darius Nobles. Nobles, a line drive base hit to left field in his first trip back in the first inning. Raised his average to .329. He leads the Patriots, as we mentioned, in RBIs and homers with 8 home runs and 22 RBIs in this, the Patriots' 21st game. Line drive through the left side, base hit. Maddox being waved. Throw from Hall is Maddox has fallen down. They've got him in a rundown. And he will be tagged out at home plate. So for the second time, Nobles comes through with the base hit and a runner in scoring position. But Maddox is out 7-5-2 at home plate. And they're now runners at first and second with 1 out. So some tough luck for the Patriots there as Maddox was chugging home and tripped and fell halfway between third and home. That ball gets through the catcher Castillo, and both runners will move up. So the runners move up on the wild pitch. So they're now Patriots second and third with 1 out for Tyler Reynolds. So Nobles has done all he could to get a runner home. And first inning he had a base hit where the runner was thrown out on a good throw. And on that one, some unlucky base running allows Maddox to be tagged out at home plate in a mini rundown. Reynolds 0 for 1 with the fly out here in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Swings and misses, strike 2. Patriots looking for, at least in this situation, a productive out. Something that can get Gonzalez home from third. Infield's playing back, so a ground ball to short or third should do the trick, or a fly ball. Two-two pitch upcoming. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by Griffin behind the bag. The run will score. Throw is not in time, so Reynolds legs out the infield single with Gonzalez scoring. On the play, Nobles moves to third base. So the runners on the corners with still 1 out. RBI number 5 of the season for Tyler Reynolds, the freshman shortstop. And Tanner Wakefield will now bat with runners on the corners and 1 out. Wakefield singled and scored a run back in the second. And that's going to be scored a passed ball as the ball gets away from the catcher, and Reynolds will take second. Infield now drawn in for the Cobras, trying to cut off another run at the plate. Wakefield with a big opportunity to break this game open now as the Patriots lead 3-1. Runners at second and third, and only one out here in the bottom of the third inning of our 7-inning contest here in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Line drive, base hit left field. Nobles scores. Reynolds will be held at third. So an RBI single for Tanner Wakefield. He's 2 for 2 here in the second game. Patriots now lead 4-1. RBI number 7 of the year for Wakefield. Lex Tootin, 1 for 1 with an RBI double here in game number 2. His season average now just under 300 at 299. Runners on the corner, still only one out here in the bottom of the third. Patriots now with 7 hits. Cooper Thomas continues to throw in the Coker bullpen. And again, a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Watkins. Big cut that time, but he comes up empty. Runner goes from first. Pitch is a called strike. But Wakefield steals second. And they're 2 in scoring position now with 1 out. Stolen base number 4 in 4 attempts for Wakefield this year. Patriots now as a team, 16 out of 19 here in 2022. Ground ball back to the pitcher. He drops it, feels it, looks the runner back, and retires Tootin at first. Some anxious moments, but Reynolds was not moving on contact. And that'll leave it up to Bill Hanna to come up with a 2-out hit. Hanna's sacrifice fly drove in a run back in the second, his first trip to the plate. That was Hanna's 3rd run batted in from the number 9 hole here in the series. All 3 of those coming on sacrifice flies. It looks like Coker will make a pitching change. They'll go to the right-hander. And the new pitcher will be Cooper Thomas. We'll take a 30-second break and come back to tell you about the new hurler. 4-1, Francis Marion leads Coker.
If there's a prettier place to go to college in the springtime, we don't know about it. Of course, we think it's the place to be all year round. Francis Marion University. Unparalleled beauty, unbeatable affordability, education that will last a lifetime.
New pitcher, Cooper Thomas, 6'4", 190-pound righty, a freshman from Piedmont, South Carolina, and a graduate of Wren High School. Making his 8th appearance on the mound, all in relief, no record, 7.50 ERA. He does have a save, 6 innings thrown, 10 hits allowed, 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .357 against him. Francis Marion, 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Coker, 1 run on 5 hits with 2 errors. And the Patriots have runners at second and third in the form of Tyler Reynolds and Tanner Wakefield, with Bill Hanna, the center fielder, at the plate. Hanna out of Lake City and Lake City High School, transfer from USC Sumter. Taking advantage of his COVID year, this is his 3rd year with the Patriots. Season average for Hanna at .284. Hanna looked to possibly lay down a bunt for a hit. We're here with 2 outs. On the first pitch from Thomas. Check swing, but he did go. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good shot there of Bill Hanna, standing in the batter's box. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Patriots do pick up a couple of runs on RBI hits by Reynolds and Wakefield. We head to the top of the 4th. Francis Marion leads Coker 4-1. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Welcome back to FMU and Cornell Field at Sparrow Stadium. Inning number 4 of Game 2 of our doubleheader. Patriots took the opener today, 8-3. Francis Marion leads 4-1 in the top of the 4th. Due up for the Cobras, Castillo, Vining, and Listing. Spots 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Castillo, the catcher, 1 for 1 with a single back in the second inning. Robbie Jordan still on the mound. If he can get through this inning, would be the pitcher of record, since this is a 7-inning contest. As he's looking to pick up his 3rd win in 4 decisions. Called strike 3, and Castillo is down on strikes for out number 1. Members of the Patriot softball team sitting down in front of the press box. Again, they'll be in action Tuesday, hosting Georgia College for a non-conference doubleheader. First pitch 4 o'clock at the FMU softball stadium. We'll have that action for you here on the Patriot Sports Network. And then they dive into more Conference Carolinas play next weekend, playing Friday and Saturday with home doubleheaders. Ashley Vining, strikeout victim, his first trip here in game number 2. He's 0 for 1. Vining, 6'3", 180-pound freshman out of Lexington, South Carolina, and Gilbert High School, the same high school that produced the Patriot softball team's first baseman, Savannah Rawson. Three-one pitch from Jordan. High, ball 4. Cobras have a 1-out base runner. First walk issued by Jordan. That'll bring up Corey Listing, the center fielder. He grounded into a double play to end the second inning. He's now 1 for 8 in the series. That hit came yesterday in the 10-4 Francis Marion win. Listing a 6-foot, 180-pound junior from West Sand Lake, New York. Transfer from the University of Bridgeport. Ground ball foul outside of third. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Correction, 1-1. The scoreboard was ahead of me. Hall of Fame head coach Gerald Griffin in attendance here for game number 2. the individual who started the Patriot baseball program back in 1973 and gave way to Coach Abnett 22 years ago. Lifted down the right field line, long run. No one's going to get there. That's going to fall for a base hit. So a single for Listing down the right field line. Llanos and Hardy both had long runs and neither had a chance to make the play. And so with one out, there are Cobras on first and second for right fielder Trip Kimmel. Kimmel grounded out to short. He is 0 for 1. Came into the game with a .214 batting average. He's a 5'9", 175-pound graduate student from Milford, Delaware. Transfer from the university, or from Delaware State University. I believe that's the Hornets. Members of the MEAC. Kimmel down in the count now. No, 1 ball, and scoreboard's too fast for more. Count is even at 1-1. Jordan gets a sign from Tootin. Ground ball back up the middle, fielded by Reynolds. Flip to Llanos. They'll get 1, but not the double play. On the play, Vining moves to third. And that'll leave it up to the number 9 hitter, Andrew Scudder, the second baseman, to come up with a 2-out hit for the Cobras if they want to make a dent in this 3-run deficit. Scudder flied out to center. His first trip, he's 0 for 1. Called strike 1. Robbie Jordan, the Patriot pitcher, 6'1", 195-pound freshman from right here in Florence. Product of Florence Christian School. right down Palmetto Street, and count now even 2-2. Curveball hit into right field, but right at Hardy, who makes the catch for out number 3. And the Cobras strand a pair of base runners. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Francis Marion leads Coker 4-1. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
This is Conference Carolinas. Fourth inning for Francis Marion. Top of the order, Hardy, Llanos, and Maddox. Hardy 0 for 1, fly out and reached when he was hit by a pitch. Will has 3 hits in the series. His season average now at .358. Francis Marion came into the game with a team average of .317. Patriots, as we mentioned, had 30 hits in the first 2 games of the series. Here in game number 3, 4 runs on 7 hits so far. And a reminder that this is a 7-inning contest. And that's going to likely be a hit, and it will be. Ball hit back up the middle. Nice play behind the second base bag by Scudder, but he had no play to get Hardy at first. So an infield single. That'll bring up Nafis Llanos, the second baseman. 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. His season average now .369. Get a good shot there of the Patriots second baseman. Llanos from Sanford, Florida. Transfer from Lake Sumter State College. 5'8", 170-pound junior. Has played short and second here for the Patriots this season. Hardy chased back to the bag. Hardy 4 for 4 in the stolen base category this year. Llanos does have a hole to hit through. His hand is holding the runner on at first base. If he can pull it around through the right side. Outfield playing relatively shallow for the second baseman. Hardy chased back. Throw was in the dirt. Nice block by Hannah. Cooper Thomas in his second inning of work on the mound for the Cobras. Fly ball, center field. Listing there to make the catch. Out number one. Bring up Todd Maddox. Maddox 0 for 1 with a walk. Maddox earlier his streak of safely reaching base to 63 consecutive games dating back to 2020 with his third inning walk. Count to Maddox, now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Will Hardy, the runner at first. 1-2 pitch to Maddox. Castillo tried to steal that one by framing it up, but Ramacone called it low for ball 2. Outside ball 3. Get a good shot there of Cornell Field as the sun sets behind us. It's in the eyes of the left fielder Hall right now. Hitting the air to center field, Listing makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Lenio Gonzalez, the first baseman. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. His season average at .364 as he stands in the left-handed batter's box for the first time here in game number 2. His previous at-bats were against the starter, who was a lefty. Warming up in the bullpen for Coker, Britton Adams, freshman righty from York, South Carolina. as Gonzalez and Ramacombe discuss where the left-handed batter's box is. Gonzalez out of Lakewood High School and USC Sumter. Check swing, count 1-1. And that'll be Gonzalez thought he was hit by the pitch, as did the catcher, but home plate umpire Perry Ramacone said it was just in the dirt. So wild pitch advances Hardy to second, and Gonzalez bats with the runner in scoring position, and a 2-1 count. Now 3-1. Darius Nobles will be next if Gonzalez can extend the inning. So Cooper Thomas looking to retire the Patriots without giving up a run here in the fourth. Full count pitch is in the dirt. Hardy will move to third on the wild pitch, and Gonzalez goes to first on the base on balls. And that'll let Darius Nobles bat in an RBI situation here in the fourth. Nobles 2 for 2. He's done everything he could to drive in a run this game, but on both of his base hits to left field, a Patriot has been thrown out at the plate. Season average now up to .338. As we mentioned, he leads the team in RBIs with 22. So Hardy, the runner, at third. Gonzalez at first. 2 down, bottom of the fourth inning. Keon has run 3-1 to Patriot DH. Outside and low, ball 3, and the bases are now loaded. So Tidal Reynolds will come to bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Reynolds 1 for 2, a fly out and an RBI single, as they will have a conference on the mound. Reynolds, in his young career, is batting 1,000 with the bases loaded. He is 1 for 1. And And chance here to break this game wide open. Patriots lead by 3 in the bottom of the 4th of a 7-inning game. Cooper Thomas, of course, has other ideas of retiring the Patriots and getting the Cobras back up to bat. Reynolds, a 6'2", 170-pound freshman from Evans, Georgia, and Lakeside High School, just across the border. Ground ball to third. Bobbled, mishandled by Jeffcoat, and everyone will be safe. So run scores, and the Patriots now lead 5-1. Fielding here by the third baseman. So the Patriots now lead 5-1, and Tanner Wakefield comes to the plate to bat with the bases loaded. Wakefield 2 for 2, pair of singles and an RBI. Gonzalez now the runner at third. Nobles at second, Reynolds at first. As the unearned run here with 2 outs increases the Patriot advantage to 4 runs. Good shot of Tanner Wakefield there. Senior out of Gainesville, Georgia, Kings Ridge Christian School. His season averaging up to 286. Called strike 3, inning over. But the Patriots pick up an insurance run as the 2-out error allows a run to score. We've played 4 complete innings. Francis Marion leads Coker 5-1. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
The Swamp Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Join the Swamp Fox Club and support Patriot Athletics. FMU Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, The Waffle House, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, McCall Supply Inc., Western Sizzle and Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Hall, Griffer, and Hanna, the top 3 in the Cobra lineup, due up here in the top of the 5th inning. Riley Hall, 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. Hall, a 6', 185-pound senior out of Cooperstown, New York, and Cooperstown High School. If you're from Cooperstown, you have to play baseball. I don't think there's any question. I can't imagine that they have a very good basketball program at Cooperstown. I could be wrong. But I would think their baseball program should be strong. Robbie Jordan has completed his required 4 innings to get a decision. So he is looking to pick up his 3rd win as he pitches here in the 5th inning of this 7-inning contest. Fly ball left field. Wakefield retreating. It's over his head. He misplayed that one. It's going to be at least a double for Hall, and he will hold there with a leadoff double. I don't know if the sun affected Wakefield on that ball or not. He hadn't played a lot of left field this season. Mainly he's been at second base. But that'll go as a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Phil Griffer, who has done nothing but hit the ball in this series. 8 for 12 in the series. Came in leading the team in hitting. Average is probably up, getting close to 400 on the season now. Wakefield also had the sun to contend with out there in left field. Hit number 7 for the Cobras here in game number 2. Ground ball. Maddox attempted the backhand, could not come up with it. That'll be an error on the 3rd baseman. And Cobras have the first 2 runners on here in the 5th. So Cody Hanna stands in. Hanna 2 for 2 with an RBI here in game number 2. Ground ball to Llanos at second. There's one. And the double play. Nice turn by the Patriots. Llanos to Reynolds to Gonzalez. On the play, Hall moves to 3rd. So with 1 pitch, Jordan goes from a jam to possibility of getting out of the inning unscathed. As Brady Jeffcoat will stand in. He's 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. I was just going to say there is action in the Patriot bullpen, but I can't tell who it is. They're way behind the picnic area and the shrubs and the fence. Little number up third baseline foul. What we need are phones to the bullpen. Oh, wait, we have those. They would just never answer if we called down there. Maybe Austin Moore's possibility of warming up down there. If we called, would we get an automated system like press 1 to pitch to talk to the bullpen catcher, press 2 to talk to bullpen pitcher? One-two pitch from Jordan to Brady Jeffcoat. Here it comes. Down low, count 2-2. Slap, just foul. Jeffcoat just missed extra bases down the right field line. And the count is run full to the Coker third baseman, Brady Jeffcoat. Riley Hall, the runner at third, with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Grounded to Reynolds at short. Big hop. Throw across, retires the batter for out number 3. And strands the runner at third. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Francis Marion still leads the Cobras 5-1. You're watching the Patriot Sports Network.
Francis Marion University has always put its students first because the very best college education must be both meaningful and affordable. We've frozen tuition for 3 straight years. We've expanded our programs, opening the door to a variety of rewarding careers. Our campus has been recognized as the safest in the state. And now we're providing students with an on-campus healthcare plan that's covered by their existing tuition. This is what every college should be doing. We know one that actually is.
New pitcher for the Cobras here in the bottom of the 5th inning is 6 foot, 185-pound freshman righty Britton Adams. Adams out of York, South Carolina, and York Comprehensive High School. Making his 7th appearance of the year. His 2nd appearance in relief. He's 0-3. Has thrown 14 innings. 9 walks and 11 strikeouts in those 14 innings. He will face Tootin, Hanna, and Hardy. Tootin 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Tootin was a late pickup for the Patriots as he transferred as a graduate student at the semester break. Has paid dividends for the Patriots. This is his 18th start in 21 games. And he has caught and played left field. Swing and a miss puts Adams ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive, right center field. That'll be a base hit. Hit number 2 of the contest for Tootin as he serves one into shallow right center. That'll bring up Bill Hanna. Hanna 0 for 1 with a sacrifice and a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Hanna has a hit in each of the first 2 games of the series, looking for a hit here in game number 3. Looks to bunt, gets it, does not get it past the pitcher as Adams makes the fielding play on it. Thought he had gotten it past the mound, but goes as a 1-3 sacrifice bunt, moving Tootin over into scoring position. So Will Hardy stands in. Hardy 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch. Infield single, scored a run. That hit extended his hitting streak to 10 games. And he has also extended his streak of safely reaching base to all 21 contests this season. Ten-game hitting streak is the longest for any Patriot this year. Fly ball center field. The listing is there. Tootin tagging at second. He will not test the arm. Nice strong throw by Listing. And that'll bring up Nafis Llanos, the second baseman. Llanos 1 for 3. That hit extended his streak of safely reaching base to 19 contests. Or in other words, every game that he's played in this season. Tootin's still out in scoring position there at second now with 2 outs, as the Patriots look to add another insurance run. Ground ball, Scudder at second, fields and throws to retire Llanos for out number 3. Patriots strand a base runner, but still lead 5-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
Compassion and commitment have made you a great nurse. Now it's time to take the next step in your career and earn an advanced practice degree. Francis Marion University Nursing is led by great nurses who take teaching seriously. We're recognized as a National Center of Excellence for Teaching Nurses. Francis Marion University. Teaching matters here.
Robbie Jordan back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. Austin Moore was the pitcher warming in the Patriot bullpen. Good shot there of Robbie Jordan. 5 innings of work for Jordan. 7 hits allowed, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Has thrown 83 pitches, 53 of which have either been put into play or found the strike zone. And he will face Castillo, Vining, and Listing. 5, 6, and 7 in the Coker lineup. Castillo 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Came in with a .291 batting average. He caught yesterday's contest and did not play in game number 1 of our doubleheader today, and he's catching here in game number 2. Ground ball, Maddox fields, and Castillo is retired for out number 1. Bring up the DH, Ashley Vining. Vining 0 for 1. Called out in strikes in the 2nd inning, walked, and was stranded at 3rd in the 4th inning. Jordan, a freshman, does not have a complete game through his first 6 starts of his collegiate career. Jordan had the unenviable task of trying to field 2 balls thrown at him at the same time. Don't see that very often. Ground ball foul. Two-two pitch to Vining. Ground ball is going to scoot through the right side for a base hit. And Vining has his first hit in game number 2. Cobras have a 1-out base runner. That's base hit number 8 for them here in the second contest. I'll bring up Corey Listing. Listing 1 for 2, grounded into a double play and singled. Popped in the air. Foul of third. Maddox is over. Will make the catch. Nice 1 pitch, 1 out. that'll leave it up to Trip Kimmel, right fielder. Kimmel, 0 for 2, ground out, and reached on a fielder's choice. As Robbie Jordan looks to get through 6 innings. Fly ball, center field. Hannah underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cobras pick up a 1-out single, but that runner is stranded at first. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Francis Marion leading 5-1, looking for the sweep. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Last chance for the Patriots to add some insurance tallies. Maddox, Gonzalez, and Nobles are due up 3, 4, 5. Reminder, join us again on Tuesday, 4 o'clock here on the Patriot Sports Network. Softball team hosts Georgia College for a twin bill over at the FMU softball stadium. If you're interested in coming out, admission to the Griffin Athletic Complex, $10 for adults, $5 for students. FMU students obviously get in free. But we'll have both games of the doubleheader for you on Tuesday starting at 4 o'clock. And then next weekend, baseball and softball action on Friday. And baseball and softball action for you on Saturday. Maddox 0 for 2 with a walk. Good shot of Todd there, the Winsboro native. Transfer from USC Lancaster. All-region and all-conference selection last year. Preseason all-region selection for 2022. Britton Adams pours in strike number 1. Followed by strike number 2. Fly ball, right center field, that'll get down. Can it be cut off? It is, but Maddox will motor into second with a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Lenio Gonzalez, first baseman. Gonzalez 0 for 1, pair of walks and a run scored. Gonzalez retreats to the dugout to pick up his shades. Grounded foul at home plate off his foot. Gonzalez stands back in, a 2-1 count. Waiting for the pitch from Adams. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Ground ball, fielded by Hanna at first. He tags the bag, but on the play, Maddox moves to third now with one out. And Darius Nobles will bat. Nobles, 2 for 2, a pair of singles, a walk, a run scored. And let's see, we're going to get a pitching change. We are. And it looks like possibly Garrett Dunn. Yep. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Tell you about the new pitcher for the Cobras.
If there's a prettier place to go to college in the springtime, we don't know about it. Of course, we think it's the place to be all year round. Francis Marion University. Unparalleled beauty, unbeatable affordability, education that will last a lifetime.
New pitcher for Coker, Garrett Dunn, 5'11", 185-pound sophomore left-hander out of Ravenel, South Carolina, West Ashley High School. Dunn appeared in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Retired the only batter he faced on a strikeout. He's 0-1 on the season. This is his 7th appearance for those in relief. 7 1/3 innings pitched. 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Here we will face Darius Nobles, the Patriot DH. Line drive snared by Hanna. Nice play at first base. Maddox obviously has to hold at third. Nobles hit it hard. Nice play by Hanna. I'll bring up Tyler Reynolds, the freshman shortstop, 1 for 3. RBI single in the 3rd inning. Also reached on a fielding error in the 4th inning, so he's been on base twice. Ground ball. Scudder charges, bobbles, no play. So the official score has ruled that an E4. And Maddox scores. Patriot lead is now 5 at 6-1. Pinch hitter for the Patriots here, as Jack Hegan will bat for Wakefield. Hegan, a sophomore, comes in with a .256 average, a couple of doubles, couple of homers, 12 RBIs, a .268 on base percentage. Hegan is a junior out of Bluffton, South Carolina, and May River High School. Here he is down in the count 1-2. Inside. Hegan appearing in his 12th game of the season. He's made 10 starts. I believe that all of those have been in left field. Reynolds runs on the 3-2 pitch, but it is ball 4. And Hegan's pinch hitting appearance results in a walk. And Lex Tootin will now bat with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th. Francis Marion holding a 6-1 advantage over the Cobras, looking for the 3-game weekend sweep. Tootin, the switch hitter, will turn around and bat from the right side against the southpaw Dunn. I would assume that Hegan will probably stay in the game and play left field, as he was pinch hitting for Wakefield. Dunn falls behind Tootin now, 2 balls, no strikes. Cornell Field now completely in shadows as the sun is set. Only the scoreboard illuminated by sunlight. And Hegan takes a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. Reynolds moves to third, Hegan to second, and that'll bring up Bill Hanna, the center fielder, but not before a meeting on the mound, and Coker will make another pitching change. We'll be back in 30 seconds to tell you who the new hurler is. This is the Patriot Sports Network. pitcher for Coker is Reed Watkins, 6'4", 220-pound freshman right-hander out of Bishopville, South Carolina. He is a transfer from Florence Darlington Tech. Making his 5th appearance of the year, all in relief, no record, a 5.40 ERA. He's thrown 3 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. As he looks to put out the fire here with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, keeping the margin at 5, as the Cobras will come up for their last ups in the top of the 7th in this 7th-inning contest. So Hannah will come to the plate. Bill 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly and an RBI and a sacrifice bunt here in the second game of our doubleheader. Hannah this season 0 for 1, batting with the bases loaded. Patriots now in double figures with hits with 10. That's 40 here in the 3-game series now. Ground ball fielded up the middle, booted by the shortstop, but Scudder, the second baseman, is there to pick up the pieces and retire Tootin. 4 out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. Francis Marion leads 6-1. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
This is Conference Carolinas.
As I surmised, Hegan stays in the game to play left field for the Patriots on defense. Robbie Jordan back on the mound looking for his first collegiate complete game. 3 outs away. The Patriots lead 6-1. Jordan 96 pitches to this point. Scudder, Hall, and Griffer to bat here in the 7th for the Cobras. Andrew Scudder, 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts to center field. That's hit in the gap, and it'll get down for a hit. Scudder rounds first and will scoot into second with a leadoff double. And that'll flip the lineup back to the top. Riley Hall. Hall 2 for 3, a single and a double. And that was pitch number 100 of the contest for Jordan, 64 of which have found the strike zone or been put into play. Again, we want to thank the Media Center crew for their work with the doubleheader today, headed by Caleb Reeves. Jordan steps off. Ground ball. Llanos at second. We'll go to first for out number 1. And Scudder moves to third on the play. And that'll bring up field Griffer. Griffer 1 for 3. And he of 8 hits in the series over the weekend. Also reached on an error back in the 5th inning. Griffer, senior out of China, Michigan, transfer from Jackson Community College. Ground ball, back up the middle, that's a base hit. His 9th of the series. And he picks up an RBI driving home Scudder with the Cobras' second run. That'll bring up Cody Hanna, first baseman. Hanna, 2 for 3, pair of singles and an RBI. Grounded into a double play his last at bat. Patriots would love to roll 2 right here, finish off the contest. If that does not happen, Brady Jeffcoat would be next for Coker. There's a ground ball to second base. Llanos with the highlight flip to second, but the throw from Reynolds not in time to get Hanna. So Hanna reaches on the fielder's choice. And that'll leave it up to Brady Jeffcoat as the Cobras' last hope here in the 7th. Jeffcoat 0 for 3. And this is a 7-inning contest. Patriots took the opener 8-3. And they're looking for a sweep after winning 10-4 yesterday. Two outs, Cody Hanna, the runner at first for the Cobras. One pitch from Jordan. Outside, yanked that one a little bit. Ground ball to short. Reynolds fields. Goes to Llanos at second for the out, and the ball game is over. Final score, Francis Marion 6, Coker 2. Patriots sweep the 3-game series. Francis Marion improves to 13-8 on the season. The Cobras drop to 7-17. Winning pitcher, freshman Robbie Jordan, his first collegiate complete game, he improves to 3-1. Chris Watkins, the loser, he falls to 2-3. Patriots will be back in action on Wednesday at Lander University, a 5 o'clock start. Check the website for links to live stats and live video. Our next broadcast here on the Patriots Sports Network will be Tuesday at 4 o'clock as the Patriots softball team hosts Georgia College for a doubleheader. We thank you for joining us for the games today. Again, the Patriots sweep, winning 8-3 and 6-2. This is Michael Hawkins. Hope you have a nice evening.